Hello everyone, Electrified Motors here, and I'm reporting live from Rutherford, New Jersey, Lucid showroom. And I am sitting in one and only Lucid Gravity. And I gotta say, this spaciousness, this car is pretty good. One and only Lucid Gravity in a little bit more private setting instead of the, the Lucid Manhattan showroom when there was a grand opening. I kind of like it. I like how the back, swoops down here. And the blackout package with this titanium finish. It's really nice. The wheels, these are the Aero wheels. First impressions here, when things are a little bit less hectic, are pretty stellar. And I have the back seat rolled down. Plenty of space in the second row seat. And also plenty of space in the third row seat. I am a 6.3. And as far as the headroom, I'm wearing a hat. My hat is touching the roof. I take my hat off. I'm 6'3", and I'm touching my head is touching the finish here. But it's still overall with good amount of space. If I close the seat, I have a lot of leg room, but the seat's got to go back a little bit in order to fit an adult there. But overall impression from inside of the cabin are really good. It's very quiet inside. Feels like it's soundproofed and smells really nice. And now we're gonna go on test drive one to see how it compares to Tesla, Lucid Air, and Rivian. Stay tuned. All right, and this is a Lucid Gravity with a beautiful green metallic color, or like green stealth color, and with the dark out package with these wheels. It's amazing. The front is pretty big as well, and we're just told that you need a power and technology package in order to get the outlets in the front. You might not really need it, but and you also can opt it out for a bench with a pull-out seat, so you can enjoy sitting in the front. It looks stunning. Actually, the presence of this car, it's phenomenal. Another thing that we got pointed out is that these doors open 90 degrees, so it's a full 90 degrees open for these doors. So super easy to get in, super easy to put your car seat, or even put boxes or anything that you want to store in the back. Awesome. Okay, let's go for a ride. All right, welcome everyone to Electrified Motors channel, and finally we're doing a test drive of Gravity. And real quick before we head out, very nice feedback on the buttons, very self-explanatory, and I like that this really feels good. For a steering wheel, we use the same one. Bring it a little bit closer to me. I don't mind at all this flat top for the wheel, especially me. I'm pretty tall, so I see the center screen pretty perfectly. Very useful that you have actual physical buttons on this car. Same for the volume button, as well as for the climate control. If you need to adjust something on the fly, you don't have to touch the screen, especially when you're driving in the conditions that might not be so ideal. We're currently in the sprint mode. The car has 3 modes: smooth, swift, and sprint. Smooth will raise the car a little bit, make it nice and soft. And those of you that are familiar with the air suspension settings, especially on EVs like a Tesla Model X or Rivian R1T, works very similar fashion. If you want to accelerate fast, you don't want your suspension to be too high. You can turn it just hit the user, and you also get to feel the dynamic halo. But that really, you can see how tight the turn radius is there. Oh yeah. That we're on the opposite side. We're still on the wrong side of the road. That's how tight this is. A fun fact about Lucid Gravity, I just saw an Escalade IQ, which is huge compared to this. And in terms of cargo space, they have about the same. They have actually the same cargo space in a much smaller package. It is extremely comfortable. It's really gripping you, but also giving you nice support, and feels extremely comfortable. And that suspension feels amazing. The way it takes corners, very limited body roll. You can easily just regen one pedal driving and 2 motors, so you definitely feel very nice cornering. This feels great. So now we'll go all the way down to sprint. We're going to lower. You make it left. Yeah, we're just going to turn off. This car's going down. Okay. We're still lowering even in the lower suspension mode in the sprint setting, suspension still feels good. For example, on the Rivian, if you do switch suspension settings to sport and you lower it, the car is very, very hard. This one is hard too, but it feels a little bit better. Steering wheel, even though it has that shape, it's very comfortable to steer. I'm not a big fan of the yoke steering wheels, especially in New York City when you have to do a quick U-turn or something like that. Even though the car is big, the way I see it from the mirrors and side mirrors and just the way it feels like a smaller vehicle. What gives it away is that enormous cockpit. That feels great. Feels very good. The brakes feel very good as well. Like with this one, when you gentle and when you configure this car smart way, which means putting in nice wheels and tires, you're gonna get up there. And I like that new commercial that they did.
Yeah, I think it's Timothy Chalamet.
This is plenty of power for everyday driving around town. That's perfect. I can tell there were a lot of different designs for this wheel, and if stick with this, I agree. That's a good choice. It still feels like the wheel. It's easy to turn. It's got that yokey feel, so it's
Out of the way.
Yeah, it's out of the way.
Squircle.
Yeah, you can always grab all the sides of it. Love it. That's a good choice.
It's comfortable.
All right, let's see if I can make that turn. Very tight. Wow. Almost feels like it's turning on its angle, on its axis.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. It's just moved up to the top of my list.
Love that. Happy to hear it.
Yeah, I like it. I like the size. I like how composed it is. Yes, I like it. It's just driver focus, Okay, this is the first impression. Love it so far. And there we go. We got the optional seat for tailgating. Let's see, let's sit down. Oh, it's comfortable. Nice.